Okay, so the game recently got a big update. It got updated. So they added challenges, I guess. Challenges you can attempt to complete various goals unlocked through updates or add-ons. The goals can be attempted once through a special list and receive. Oh god, sneezed. So after you report the goal complete, be aware that there are some goals that can only be completed by pressing the story key. So do I have to go one by one? Sure. Optional assault vision? What the fuck is that? Combat vision resonator? Are these items? Miscellaneous? Material? No. Presents? No. Visuals? Swallowtail wings. Are they a plugin? They are. While using SAS, you've learned spend the entire SAS to activate an assault vision's powers proportional spent, so it can be less than normal activation. If the main character and up to 4 commands, their visions are increased, with a smaller increase provided to all the other companions. It's nothing new. Okay. Let's keep going, I guess. Optional brain drive, combat vision resonator, XP and some money, I guess. Sure. Cool. Optimizer, XP. Pocky feet? Oh no. Don't have that one. Birthday hat. Complete quests. Destroy units with 100. Combo vision. Revive a party member, bro. Oops. Oh shit. Shooketh. What's up, Andy? 33 months? God damn. God damn. I'm assuming I only went up one level from all that. We got some new items. During the user's brain drive. Effects only reflected on the main character. Optional brain drive. Which will take priority or at will when the gauge is full. Activate with that. 2 of these. We got some new stuff here. Battle attire. Let's see, what do we have? Oh. Materials. Booger. Miscellaneous. Tapestries. Stuff like that. I think last time I tried doing a Bond episode, but it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. New products added to the lineup? Fuck. Like what? Weapons? None of these weapons are better. Plugins. If there's anything new, they just like reset. That's what it seems like. Materials. You can buy materials? Did not realize that. Exchange. Everyone's good. The fuck is this? New events. Enhance you beyond understanding with an invisible barrier. What? New power enhance. User understanding. Oh, what the fuck is all this shit? Special weapon attack enhancer. Revive accelerator. Combat vision resonator. Crush generator. During brain crush. Restores the user's health after defeating enemy with brain crush or crush vision. What's a crush vision? Oh, is that the new shit they added? Fuck. Oops. Visuals. Presents. Do I have everybody? I have one of those. Not sure if I'm missing anything for anybody. Okay.
Everyone, will you listen to me for a minute?
Huh? What's wrong, Gemma? Why are you shouting?
Sorry, but while everyone is here at the hideout, I have something to say.
It must be important if it makes you look that serious. Come on, everyone. Listen to him.
Gemma always looks like that, though.
Don't worry about how I look. I'd like to reprimand Arashi for her violation.
Oh, I have something to say too. Don't leave your stuff in my personal space.
By personal space, do you mean what we agreed about when we merged Yuito and Kasane platoons?
The agreement was to have everyone keep their belongings in their own space, right?
Arashi, your stuff is all over the place. Your personal space seems to be growing.
Yeah, it's 3 centimeters bigger than it was yesterday.
Is that really a big deal, Shiden?
What's that supposed to mean?
It's not like we drew lines on the floor or something. There was never any rule about not expanding your space.
That's unfair, Arashi. This hideout is for everyone, so we have to use it fairly.
Then let's make a new rule. How about we have a contest? And if you win, I'll give the space back. If I win, I get half of the loser space.
Even though you took your extra space unfairly? That doesn't sound right.
What kind of contest? You mean with our powers?
No, how about a game instead? I just stumbled across a good one.
Wait, what? That's Final Jockey. That game was really popular in the OSF a long time ago. Hey, I made a name for myself as a genius jockey in Suo. You're sure about what you just said?
Of course I am.
All right, I'll be taking Arashi's space then. Don't come crying to me when you fall off your horse. No, it can't be. Me, the undefeated jockey genius Kagero, lost?
But Arashi, you cheated. You used hypervelocity to push the button faster.
Hey, that's just strategy. No one said you couldn't use your powers.
But just pushing the button fast drains stamina and you'll lose.
I got it. You glitched the game by pressing the buttons fast.
Ugh, you play dirty.
Say what you will, scrubs. If you don't like it, you can come face the true king of this unit. Me, with all the powers you have.
Then, how about facing me? I want more room for another planter. And I feel bad for Kagero.
Oh, me too! I want more space for my Baki collection.
I'll pass. I don't understand all that pew-pew stuff.
I'll sit out too. This is all so ridiculous. I'll just move Arashi's stuff with my psychokinesis.
I'll settle for watching as well. I enjoy physical exercise much more than virtual contests.
Okay, alright. The Fraser twins are in it to win it.
Now I'm involved in this? Let's just have a fair game.
How many people can play at once? I'll join if there's room for me.
This looks like fun. I want to play with everyone too.
I want to play too. Just hold on a second. Let me get my lucky bandana, then I'll pray. Okay, now my lucky power is fully charged.
I'll take you all on at once then. Let the games begin.
The Great Unit Space Cup has begun. Kagero and Luca here, bringing you coverage live.
Giant ass
me?
fucking
And the horses are
fight
out of the gate.
sticks.
Arashi is so fast. That hypervelocity is pushing it as fast as any pro.
First things first, we have to stop Arashi.
Wait, it looks like Yuito locked Arashi's buttons with his psychokinesis.
Oh shit.
You've got a lot of guts going against me like that.
What? That great item I just got was completely wasted.
Arashi's playing dirty as expected. She used hypervelocity to push buttons on Yuito's controller.
Meanwhile, my angel Sugumi's horse seems to have stopped.
I didn't realize my horse's stamina was running out.
Oh no.
Oh, I made the same mistake. I was furiously trying to push the button as fast as I could.
I guess the glitch doesn't occur when you rapidly push buttons without hypervelocity.
Also, Sugumi and Hanabi's powers aren't suited for video games, putting them at a disadvantage.
They can just use their natural ability then.
Oh, Shiden is creeping up on Arashi while she tries slowing down Yuito.
Take a banana peel!
What the fuck?
Shiden's character suddenly stopped moving.
What? What's happening? Move! Move!
Shiden must have
Short-circuited
accidentally let
your
an
fucking
electrical
controller.
surge through to the controller. It's broken.
I
Idiot.
see. Makes sense considering how careless he is.
What did you say, Kagero?
Oh, the Fraser twins are throwing items at each other. They both look very angry.
What are those two doing?
Maybe they're having a telepathic argument.
I see. There's no telling what they're saying, but it seems very serious.
That's right. Haruka is totally evil.
Oh, shut up. You're the one that said I sucked just because I messed up the controls a little. I didn't even want to play this stupid game, but you had to get me involved with your telepathy.
Back to the race. It seems like Arashi and Major Kyoka are still in it?
They are very far apart, though. At this rate.
What's this? Did a secret invulnerability carrot just appear? Kyoka used it!
Huh? My horse is glowing after getting that carrot thing.
Major, dash! Bump into Arashi!
Boop.
Huh? What? What's going on?
Wow. Kyoka's horse flung Arashi's horse away.
It said deuces.
Then I'll be taking this unit space. I'll be splitting it up amongst everyone evenly. That's an end to this violation thing. No more arguing, got it?
Hey, let's do it again, but with no powers. This game is really fun. Come on, Luca, you too.
Me? Well, I guess I could give it a try.
Who's sitting out?
Everyone's having a blast. That game may be old, but it sure has value.
Yeah.
Recreation is important after all.
You're really good at games, Arashi. I doubt I could beat you even if you didn't use your power.
Yeah, but she lost to a novice gamer like Kyoka.
Wait, so Kasane, you saw right through it?
Huh? What do you mean?
Arashi, Kyoka, and Gemma were in cahoots.
Sorry. We now have different groups joining together to fight, which can be awkward.
Kyoka also said it'd be a good opportunity to get used to each other.
Gemma and I have caused problems before, so we wanted to help everyone get along to make up for it. That's why Arashi risked being the target for revenge. We figured the group would cooperate against a common enemy.
It wasn't that big of a deal. If everyone works well together, then I can slack off even more.
So, you laid your stuff out all over on purpose?
No, she's been messy since before we hooked up with your platoon.
Kagero seemed to have noticed our ploy too.
His wings are blocking the way.
He joined the game right away. He's in a neutral position and is pretty clever.
I guess mission accomplished then. Everyone had a blast. I did too.
Right? Even I was having fun after noticing it was all set up.
Yes, it was fun just watching.
Yeah, it was almost like a family reunion or something.
How about another round? With Kasane and Gemma playing this time. I'm actually feeling up to it today.
I guess I'll give in just this once.
Let's go,
How about it,
Gemma.
Kasane?
Okay, but I'll be taking the win.
No powers.
I don't think I've spoken to Hanabi lately.
Did not raise my team bond level? Word. You had a bond episode, did you not? Did. Do you have one? No, but I can give you some gifts, I think. No, I cannot. Ooh. Come out here. You have a bond episode.
Hey, Yuito. Want to take a walk around Suo with me?
Okay. I was just looking to blow off some steam.
Great. Let's go then. I mean, I wouldn't say we've reached peace yet, but it's still relaxing to walk around this city.
Yeah, I really like Suo. It calms me down when I'm stressed.
Me too. I hope we can truly attain peace one day.
In our next story, new information has been uncovered regarding the inhumane experiments conducted at the OSF hospital.
That news.
OSF hospital chairman Yanagi Ichijo had denied any involvement. But among the leaked data provided by a whistleblower included documents signed by Mr. Ichijo himself. It's unlikely that the 10 members implicated in these accusations, including Mr. Ichijo, will be able to avoid any fallout.
It seems like the researcher we saved came through.
Yeah. The Ichijo family name could be ruined now, but that's better than thriving through evil deeds.
How is your family doing? Have your parents experienced any blowback?
No. I contacted them, but they really didn't know anything about it. They were actually worried for me that the OSF might try something.
I'm glad they're okay.
Yeah. I'm so relieved, because for a second I was worried they could be involved. Maybe I'll go visit them soon.
What was that sound?
It sounded like a crash. Let's go check it out. Over there! An accident!
A traffic accident? That's unusual. Excuse me, do you know what happened here?
It seems like the car's auto-drive program malfunctioned. The rescue team hasn't shown up yet. Are you with the OSF? I guess that means you can't really do anything.
Let's get a closer look.
Yeah, there might be something we can do.
Help! My son is in one of the cars! He's still trapped inside!
There's smoke coming from the engine. The kid could be in danger unless we get him out.
We don't have time to wait for the rescue team. Let's do what we can.
Help!
Just hold on a little longer for us. We're going to get you out of there soon. It's locked. Can you remove the door with your psychokinesis?
I could, but I might accidentally hurt the kid if I try to force it open. If only there was a way we could open it more gently.
Okay, I'll try then.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to use my pyrokinesis to see if I can melt one of the parts inside of the door. That should make it come off easier.
Okay, do it.
Am I going to die?
Don't worry. We're going to save you. Trust me. Can you back away from the door for me?
Okay.
Yuito, you're up.
Got it. Here we go.
Good job. Your mom is waiting for you.
Mom! Thank you so much. I really can't thank you enough.
Please, you don't need to thank us. I'm glad your son is safe.
Thank you for saving me.
Hey, I saw what happened. The OSF sure is amazing. Let's hear it for the Scarlet Guardians.
What? When did this crowd gather? Everyone, please step back. It's still dangerous.
The rescue team just arrived. I think we can leave the rest to them.
As much as I want to see this through to the end, we should leave before the crows show up and get in the way.
Whew. You were really cool. You acted so decisively, even when that was our first time dealing with an accident.
What? No, I didn't. I was just desperately trying to save that boy.
Well, I still think that's cool.
Thanks. I think I figured out what I want to do.
You finally got your answer?
Yeah. I had an idea, but today really solidified it. I want to protect what I love, though I don't mean someone specific. I love this city, and the people who live here, and I want to protect all of them. I don't want any of them to suffer.
I agree. I'm done with all this sadness that keeps happening.
That's why I want to change the OSF first, so that what my uncle did will never happen again. I mean, they call us the Scarlet Guardians. We need to live up to our name.
Guardians. Just like you were back there.
Don't tease. But you might be right. Protecting people doesn't just mean fighting. I mean, even if we get rid of all the others in the world someday, accidents like that will still happen.
Get rid of them all? I never thought that far ahead before, but you're right.
In other words, our fighting ends when we defeat all our enemies. But protecting people is a job that will never end.
Wow. I'm so impressed that you'd think so far ahead. I'm proud to be your childhood friend.
I mean, it might be a big endeavor, but I plan to start little by little. Besides, I only started thinking about these kinds of things because of you. I didn't have any ideals up until now. Seeing you run ahead, I wanted to catch up and run beside you. Then, I finally found the path I was looking for.
What? I never thought for a second I was running ahead of you. Since I came in as a volunteer soldier, I've always been frantically trying to catch up to you.
Then I guess we both helped each other grow.
Let's go with that. both of us will keep moving forward.
Yes. This is the all-important first step after all. Yuito?
Huh? What is it?
There's something I want to tell you when I feel like I finally caught up to you.
What's that?
It's a secret until the time comes.
A secret? I don't really understand, but okay. I'll wait.
Thank you. Well, I'm going on ahead.
Hey, wait up! Oh, she's already gone. That's so Hanabi.
Wait for me, please. Let's go out when things calm down. Do you want to go somewhere when things calm down? Oh, we should go see a baseball game. Yeah, I haven't seen a game in a while. You always like sports. We should invite everyone to go. Oh, yeah, everyone can go. You're always like that, but that's one of your good qualities. I can't wait. Should be fun. Can't wait. I don't have any extra gifts for you, do I? No, I don't. Let's see. Everybody else. Ooh. Oh shit, JG dipping with the tier 1? That's 25 months right there, big dog. She. About to play some PS, some PlayStation. I'm not particularly interested in it, but you can find some interesting things when you read. Hey man, if you ever want to play some Monster Hunter World on the PlayStation, hit me up, bro. I'll definitely play. Where's Arashi at? She reading? Taking up a whole goddamn couch. Oh, that's what I wanted to check. For sure. I have a new character too, so. So it's not like I'll be, what the fuck? So it's not like I'll be super overpowered if we play together, starting from the beginning. I do not like these. What the fuck? That's way too much. Something else that was new. Oh, the Luca poster. Luca. Look at these nuts. Ah. Does everybody have something? The visual department. Yerp.
You have a good eye.
I wouldn't have bought this game for myself, so thanks. Baki's Adventure? This is something you're into, Yuito? Baki's Adventure? Anything? Nope. Large cola bottle set.
You know what I like. Thanks.
Nice one, Yuito. Cola is the source of my energy. I can never have enough. I go through a lot every day, so don't be stingy. Oh, could you clean up the empty bottles while you're here? God damn. Bro, she's passed out from the cola. What the fuck? Bunch of empty boxes and shit. God damn. Someone else. Fuck you. Oh. Let's go ahead and talk to Gamma. Gamma?
Do you have a second, Yuito? There's somewhere I'd like to take you.
Take me, big dog.
Where are we going?
A cemetery near Sumeragi Tomb. I'm going to go pay respects to my friend Masaki. There wasn't a body we could bury, but his brother added his name to the family grave.
So he has a proper grave. Yeah, let's go.
Let's get to it.
Are you sure you don't need more time?
No, this was enough. He already knew everything I wanted to tell him. I was thinking about what went down at Mizuhigawa. There were so many people discarded that way.
Yeah. We only found one truck's worth, but I'm sure there were many more before it.
They say that many retired soldiers die quickly or go missing. I thought it was just the toll of serving in the OSF. But it could be all the government's doing, trying to secure the brains they need.
I wouldn't be surprised if the government did that. It's chilling to think about.
They use what's useful and discard what isn't. People are just tools to this nation. But we aren't tools. We have a chance for another life when we can't fight anymore. I won't forgive them for taking away that possibility and discarding them like trash.
I feel the same. That's the way they treated my best friend.
You mean Nagi?
Yeah. He and Masaki both had so much life ahead of them. We need to end these types of things from happening in our lifetime.
I thought that my role in the OSF was ending. But it looks like there's this giant task still left. I want to right this nation's wrongs and protect the future, as someone who is still remaining.
You're not planning on doing that all by yourself, are you? I'd like to help too.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it. Well, shall we head back to the hideout?
Wait, there's somewhere I want to stop by.
Okay. Where are we going?
I wanted to go to this restaurant, but I couldn't bring myself to go in alone. I'd be grateful if you came with me.
Surprise Original Gyoza Suzaku. That's an impressive sounding place.
I became more interested in food since our last excursion. I started looking up trendy new restaurants on food websites when I have time.
So, you have a new hobby. Is it nearby?
Yeah. I realized when I looked at the website that Masaki and I used to go there together all the time. The restaurant's name and atmosphere completely changed after the previous owner died, so I hadn't visited since. But there's no point in only looking at the past. I have to try the new gyoza for myself.
Their popular dishes are the Ogre Hell Gyoza and Final Dragon Gyoza? Hard to imagine those are names for food.
It doesn't matter what their names are. What matters is how they taste. It's good to be adventurous.
You're right. Although, that's not something you would have said just a short while ago.
Perhaps. I was too stubborn. I need to be less afraid of trying new things. I'll honor Masaki's memory by enjoying what life I have left.
You look at peace. I think you've gotten younger.
Don't be ridiculous. But a weight has been taken off my shoulders. It's been a while since I felt this way.
All right. Let's try these surprise gyoza then.
Eat as much as you like. It's my treat. Maybe we can take some back to the hideout for everyone.
That's a good idea. I just hope they taste as strange as their names.
No kidding.
Let's go, Gamma. Trying something new sometimes reminds me of old memories. It's strange. Some things are just too new for me, though. I never imagined that food that explodes if you don't eat it fast enough would exist. The final Dragon Gyoza surprised me, too. With the fire-breathing explosions, I couldn't even pay attention to the weird flavor. Seriously, I'm always finding new things with you. I hope we can do it again. Yes, sir. That's something I can look at too, actually. God, she's on the floor. You still in here, Gemma? I think I have some gifts for you. I don't. Key. Luca.
Yuito, I have a favor to ask. Will you climb Hieno Mountain with me?
Sure, but why? Was there another warning there or something?
No, I just want to climb the mountain. The truth is, I'm still worried about my power. Lifting weights is not enough to shake my insecurity. I want to put myself in an extreme situation to clear my thoughts.
And you thought of Hieno Mountain. But you had a pretty tough time climbing it before.
It was certainly difficult climbing the mountain with this body, but that's why I want to do it. I want to climb it with my own strength and see just how strong I've become. So I don't want you to help unless it's an emergency, or another appears.
You want to test your limits? Okay, but don't do anything crazy.
Thank you very much.
Maybe we should take a break.
I can still go on. I'm sorry for causing you some problems of late.
Don't worry about it. It's good to talk to someone.
I understand in theory that I shouldn't let losing my power bother me. But being a dud is something that has occupied my mind for a very long time. A dud's quality of life is hardly considered in current New Himuka society. It's the same as if they don't exist. If I lose my power, that's what will happen to me. And that scares me.
I guess not being able to see the net or visions is the same as being ignored by the world. But since they're outside of society, doesn't that mean they can change it from the outside?
That's just idealism. Society does not work that way.
That may be true, but that doesn't mean you should just give up.
You're still young enough to have hopes like that. I've been alive in this world for decades. I'm painfully aware of what can and cannot be done. I am not the child that I appear to be.
I know you're not a child, so don't give up so easily. If you don't face the problem like an adult, nothing will change.
But I...
Watch out!
Thank you. You saved me.
Oh, that was scary. I'm glad you didn't slip. Oh, I guess you could have teleported.
It happened so fast. If I had fallen, that may have been it. You ended up saving me, even though I said I was here to test my own strength.
Does it matter? I mean, I only helped you then. You climbed all this way by yourself. It's okay to get help when you really need it. I don't think being strong is doing everything by yourself without anyone's help.
I see.
Oh, sorry. That was a little high-handed.
No, you're right. You made me think of my brother.
Former Major General Karin?
He is adored by everyone, but he trusts no one and takes all the burdens on himself. I've always followed in my brother's footsteps, but I don't need to follow his path anymore. I don't want to be like Karin. In fact, I shouldn't be. Yuito, I apologize for getting emotional.
No, I was mouthing off too. Let's call it even.
All right. Now, let's get to the top. If we don't hurry, the sun will set before we get down.
Big boy.
We're here.
Ugh. We made it. You did it!
Yes, it was the result of my daily exercise. And your help.
I was just along for the ride. Like I said, you got here on your own.
Thank you. New Himuka looks so small from here.
From this far away, the people look like ants.
It's strange. Small people, big people, psionics, duds. They are all just specks when seen from far away. Nations and societies are just gatherings of those specks. If that's the case, perhaps something can be done.
It looks like he has an idea. I guess the mountain climbing helped.
Booger Sabat.
All right. Thanks to our climb, I understand what issue I must focus on.
That's great. So you're not worried anymore?
No. First, I must get bigger.
You don't mean taller, do you?
I mean mentally.
I'm trying to get swole.
You can't change the world alone. It requires small efforts by many people. So I want to have the capacity to accept everyone's ideas without losing myself. If I can depend on people, and be depended on, anything is possible.
I see. You look satisfied.
Yes, but this is only the beginning. I still have far to go.
I'm impressed. He seems bigger already. Okay, I have to get to work too.
Oh, how spirited. We should train together then. I will make a program right away.
What? Oh man, can't we just take it easy today?
No, sir. My tired body sore. My body's sore all over after that. Even I cannot say we should continue training after we get back. I am filled with a sense of accomplishment. However, it was not only making the climb, but because you were with me, Yuito. Thank you. I should thank you. I learned a lot from you, Luca. I feel like I'm on the verge of understanding something too. Can we talk again while we're exercising? Of course, I'm with you all the way. From now on, when we feel lost, let's remember the view from the top of Hieno Mountain. Nice. So, I think I have some gifts for you. I do. Some trucks. Trucks.
Thank you.
Makes me want to collect all the current new Himiko models. Playing with your trucks. Pull up training machine. Oh shit.
This is amazing.
This
Thank
is
you.
amazing. I would very much like to install this in the gym. Would you mind? Thank you very much. Now I'm one step closer to my ideal body. I hope you'll use it too, Yuito. Is he using it right now? Where's it at? There it is. A1. Come on, Luca. Aww. Let's see. Let's work on this douchebag.
Are you going somewhere, Shiden?
Yeah, I'm going to see the thunderclouds.
Thunderclouds?
Thunderclouds?
Is there a storm coming in? Is it safe to be outside?
Apparently these are the biggest in decades. This is a chance to see real lightning. It's a little dangerous, but I can't pass it up.
Okay.
Now that I think of it, I've only ever seen images of real lightning.
Oh, I don't mind if you tag along, if you're interested.
Sounds fun. I'll take you up on that.
All right, then get ready. We'll miss the thunderclouds if we take too long.
I've never seen him this excited.
What the fuck?
See those big black clouds over there? Those are thunderclouds.
Wow, cool. The clouds look like mountains. So the lightning will come from there?
The forecast said it should be soon. I wonder what kind of lightning it'll be.
You really like lightning, don't you? Is it because of your power?
Yeah, it feels familiar, and it might give me a clue for using my power. I also love the remote and powerful image of lightning. I'd like to be like that.
Remote and powerful. That does sound like him.
Oh, a lightning strike! Did you see that?
Yeah, that's crazy. I just kind of tagged along, but this is way better than I expected. Whoa, that was close. I saw it so clearly. Hey, Shiden, lightning is really cool.
Damn right. What did you expect?
Why do you sound so proud?
It's so beautiful. That powerful light. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah. clouds are breaking up. It's over. That was awesome.
It was.
You seem down. Are you sad that it's gone?
Yeah. But it got me thinking, too. Compared to that awesome force, my power is nothing.
Well, you're up against a natural phenomenon. Of course a human can't stand up to that.
I know that. It's not just lightning. Even compared to other people, I'm weak. I wanted to be as strong as Captain Seto someday. I thought if I worked hard, I could be a Septentrion. I worked for years like that, but I still have no title. I'm still just Shiden. I know that I'm stronger than I was before, but maybe this is as strong as I'm going to get.
That's not like you. Is earning the title of Septentrion that important?
Of course it is. It's the OSF's proof of strength. If I have it, no one can say I'm not good enough.
I don't disagree that the Septentrions are amazing, but there are powerful people like Arashi that don't have any special titles. You're strong too. I think so, and so does everybody else. Isn't that enough?
I want more solid proof of my strength, so that everyone has to accept it. The reason everyone appreciated Captain Seto wasn't just because of his strength in battle. He was able to move people. He encouraged them, and made them brave. He had strengths that I don't have. My plan was to use this mask once I thought I had reached his level. But if that day won't come, then maybe I shouldn't have it.
Don't say that. Captain Seto had it made just for you.
He had this mask made because he thought I would become strong like him. As long as I can't meet those expectations, I can't wear it.
Don't be stupid. That's not Captain Seto's mask. It's your mask. So you have to use it. You don't have to be like him.
What?
I look up to him too, but his strength is different from ours, just like you said. And it's fine that it's different. Each of us are strong in our own ways.
Strong in my own way. Pretty wise words for a rookie.
I was being a little arrogant, but you know what I mean.
In his message, Captain Seto did say that I should trust my own strength. He knew even back then what I was lacking. It looks like I've been worrying about the wrong things. Lightning's beauty isn't meant to be compared to anyone else. And it doesn't exist to receive a title. It just exists. And it's known throughout the world. That's the strength I need.
You look like you feel better.
I wasn't feeling bad in the first place. I was just a little confused. But not anymore.
That mask suits you.
Of course it does. It was made for me. I guess I should thank you. I won't say this is thanks to you, but if we hadn't talked, my mind wouldn't have changed.
Well, you're welcome. If you keep this up, it won't be long before you're a Septentrion.
No, I don't need some worn-out title like Septentrion anymore. I want to be more. The best of the best. A title from someone else wouldn't suit me. My name itself will be synonymous with strength.
So the highest title in the OSF will be Shiden? I don't think anyone would want that.
That's fine. That strength is only for me to achieve.
I don't think that's quite right either, but I get the gist of it. Then I'll do my best to be the strongest Yuito.
Now there's a title that's far from your reach. You have a lot of work to do.
Now I hope you can stop being a stupid bitch. Custom mask.
Hey, don't overdo it.
Yeah. Thanks, Shiden.
That was awfully straightforward. Listen, I'm not being friendly with you. It's just that keeping yourself in good condition... What are you doing? I hate when you make that stupid face.
Still a bitch.
good being able to push each other to greater heights. I'm not necessarily talking about us, though.
Yeah. But I'm hoping our relationship is like that.
No, I didn't think you'd be so excited to see lightning. It's not bad to have someone who you can share your interest. I never knew that. I never seen you that worked up before. She did. Those Thunder Calls are really amazing though. Hope you invite me again. Yeah, I feel like I can say these things before the power of nature that I normally never could. I'll invite you again if I feel like it. You bitch. It's kind of drab. Hey, you're not underestimating, are you? Nope. Are you using them? Where are you? What? Hey.
Not bad.
Not bad. Knowing your enemy leads to victory, no matter your opponent. It looks like you're starting to understand that. Sure. Oh. Challenge. What is it? Combat Vision Resonator.
Thank you.
Thank you. No way, this is a meteorological phenomenon that's only been seen in a handful of times throughout history. There's actually a picture of it. The beauty is overwhelming. This is amazing, Yuito. Here, take a look. Sneeze. Where is it? Right here? Cool.
Oh, Yuito. Sorry, I have some minor business to take care of.
Okay, I guess I'll see you later then. I haven't really seen him since we talked. I wonder where he's going on his minor business.
Hey, Yuito! I heard a strange report. Something about Kagero being placed into custody at OSF headquarters.
What? What happened?
I don't know the specifics, but the chief may have figured out that he's the one who killed Chairman Sumeragi.
This is moving too fast. It's my brother, so he might do something rash. How did Kagero get himself caught so easily? I'm going to see if I can get to the bottom of this. Kaito! What are you doing?
I'm doing what you couldn't. I'm finishing this.
Huh. How very decisive of you, Chief. An execution with no trial. I like the cut of your jib.
Don't be stupid! Nothing will change if you go through with this.
You're a fool if you think I'm going to let you stop me. I'm not as forgiving as you.
Not as forgiving? I always thought you were much nicer than him.
You can talk all you want, but don't think it will change your fate. I'm going to make you pay for your crimes with your life.
Oh yes, please do get on with it. I'd honestly prefer it that way.
What did you say?
Kagero?
I know I need to atone for what I did, but really, repentance is so not my style. Plus, I come from the same time as Yakumo, your ancestor. People can only live for so long. So, if you can just go ahead and pull that trigger and put an end to this, Chief, I'll thank you from the other side.
Now! Put the gun down, Kaito. I won't let you kill Kagero.
Why do you protect him? There isn't a single reason to let him live. Even putting aside my emotions as his son, killing Joe Sumeragi is a serious crime. He was necessary for the future of this nation. Not only did he steal our father, he stole our country's future.
I know that. That's why I won't kill him. That's why I won't let him die. Kagero has a responsibility to build a new future and replace the one he stole. Until he fulfills that, he can't die. I won't let him die, no matter how much he wants to. So please, leave Kagero's life in my hands.
Fine. I understand. I don't like it, but he's yours. For now.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
If you make any wrong moves, there won't be a next time.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Did you get caught on purpose?
I just wanted to set things straight for everyone. The Chief is your brother, which means I killed his father too. So, I thought it best to face him. At least once. Just like I did with you. I meant to have a peaceful conversation, but one thing led to another, and...
No. I think you were well aware that my brother would probably kill you.
The way I was talking? That was a bluff. I knew he wouldn't pull the trigger. I still have things I need to do.
I'm pretty sure that's only half true.
Well, who knows for sure.
Could you just stop being so shifty? Just for once? You may want to die, but I won't let you. Like I said, your life is in my hands now. You'll live in my father's place, and you will fulfill your responsibility.
Thanks.
Are you sure you want to thank me? You said it yourself, dying would have been easier.
Still, I feel like I should thank you. Because of you, I have another reason to live now. I was totally empty. I felt almost like a ghost. But you believe I'll take responsibility as long as I live, so I guess I can't just run away.
Kagero?
I used to only think about the past, so I never really looked at what was there, right in front of me. The responsibility to build a new future. Well, you did grace me with your trust. I'll do all I can to make it happen.
Good. So will I. And I'll be keeping a close eye on you as well.
All right. Well, I guess it's time to contribute to society. Let's go out for a night on the town to revitalize New Himuka's economy.
Seriously? Your ability to change gears like that will never cease to amaze me.
Thanks. Now, we're gonna party all night.
There are fates much worse than death. What a line. I won't let you die. Your life is in my hands. Man, what a line. You almost had me swooning. Stop kidding around, okay? Now that we've played hard, it's time to work hard. Prepare yourself, Kagero. Oh, okay. I guess I'll actually put some effort in. Dawn pickles.
Oh, cool.
Never thought the character was a woman. I couldn't wait to read the rest. Kasane, Shiden, Kagero, Kyoka, and Roshi have been organized or recognized as a team with a strong bond and ability, and are allowed to wear the white battle uniform. Cool. it changes though. Oops. Does it change that much for Yuito? Yes, it does.
Good taste.
When you look at it like this, it's beautiful. Thanks, Yuito, for giving me this. Fight stick game machine.
Really? Thanks.
Thanks. You found a good one. This game console is known for having lots of good games. Now even living in the hideout will be exciting. You should take a breather sometime too, Yuito.
Look, being the way I am, you might never take me seriously no matter what I say. Although it may not seem like it, I really consider you a great man who I trust.
Thanks. I didn't think you thought of me like... Did you really think you could tease me like that and it'd work?
See, that's what I mean. You didn't take me seriously. I'm trying to have a serious conversation here. So, you just stay the way you are. If you do, I'm sure I'll be able to keep supporting you.
Nice. Sustained. After hitting an attack increases. Kaido's part is a chance when your health goes below 30%. Cool.
I love you! What's with that face?
Word?
What did you expect? I appreciate the sentiment, though.
It's almost mashing buttons. So we have Kasane and Kyoko left, right? So let's go ahead and go for Kyoko. Bro, she has a whole corner. It's fucking Baki carpet. Jesus. This Baki carpet stands out the most just because it's so fucking weird.
Oh, Yuito, perfect timing. Could you come and help me in the kitchen?
Okay, what's the matter? What is this? I can't really see with the sensor in place. What in the world is on that plate?
I thought I'd reward everyone with some homemade cooking for all the hard work they've been putting in.
What? This is food? It has a really intense smell.
That must be from all the spices. I'm actually not very good at cooking.
This is beyond not very good.
I wanted to get your advice because I know you're a really good cook. I want to make everyone happy.
I see. Well, if that's the case, I'd love to help you. I'm not sure what exactly I can do about this, though.
Thank you. You're a lifesaver. Okay, I'll start with a vegetable stir-fry. Can you watch me? Done. Vegetables are so important for a balanced diet. Why is this being censored again?
I don't think this has much nutritional value. Let's start with something more simple, like fried eggs.
Done. That was really simple and easy. Oh, there's the censor again. That's so strange.
How can you do this just from frying an egg? I almost feel like giving up.
Now, what dish is coming next? Ow!
Are you alright?
I'm sorry. Hold on. It'll stop hurting if I take a short break.
Are you sick or something?
It's something chronic. I've had someone else's memories implanted inside my brain as part of my mission. The memories of Dr. Hitoyo Pope, Togetsu's founder. They sometimes give me headaches. One time, her memories temporarily became stronger, and I almost forgot who I was.
That sounds really dangerous.
Yes, I may have fought her off once, but I never know when her memories will surface again. I thought I'd cook to distract myself, but it didn't work. I wonder if this will plague me for the rest of my life.
If this doctor's memories are a part of you, then maybe.
Yes, you're right.
I don't mean that in a bad way. I've been worried lately too.
You have?
Yeah. There's so much I don't know that could happen with my brain or with the world. But I don't let these situations stop me. I keep moving forward. That led me to become friends with all of you. The future always comes with a sense of uncertainty. But it's not necessarily bad.
I'm sure you're right. I never felt uncertain or worried when I was in Togetsu. In exchange, I had to bury all my feelings. Right now, I'm scared about the future. But I get to live my life the way I want.
Yeah, you're so animated now.
Thank you. I'm scared of the doctor's memories because I care so much about who I am now. Okay, my headache is gone. Let's get back to cooking.
All right. Let me try to think of a dish you can actually make. I know. How about a rice ball?
Oh, that's very homey. What should I wash the rice with?
I'll make the rice. You just shape them. Okay, that was some hard work, but we managed to do it. I think.
They didn't quite end up in the shape you showed me, but I'm pretty proud of them. Let's go hand them out to everyone.
I see you cooked. I just remembered about something I have to do. Would it be okay if I left for a while?
Is this a rice ball? I'm sensing something sinister.
I'm not getting near that thing. Keep it away from me.
They're so scared. I understand where they're coming from, though. Don't worry, they're edible. See? How...
You're right. They don't look great, but they taste all right.
I guess if you say they're okay. Oh, you're right. It's good.
We managed to get everyone to eat them. They had pretty nice things to say as well.
This is amazing. It's the first time I've ever been complimented on my cooking.
Really? I guess that's not surprising. I didn't know you'd be so happy.
I'm most happy about learning and applying something new on my own. Something that wasn't from Dr. Pope's memories.
I see. I guess making rice balls wasn't something the doctor bothered to learn.
If I continue to challenge myself like this every day and bring joy to people, building my own memories, maybe one day the doctor's thoughts will become a thing of the past.
I'm sure you're right.
I wouldn't feel this hopeful if it wasn't for you. Thank you.
You don't need to thank me. Knowing that you watch over me gives me the motivation I need to do my best every day.
I can't believe that little child is standing here in front of me right now, teaching me so much. I'm so proud of you.
You don't need to compare me to the past.
No, you're not a child anymore. I have to grow too. To not fear the uncertainty of the future and to move forward.
Just let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Really? Then next time, I'll make rice balls without your help, and you can taste them.
What? I shouldn't have said anything.
I feel like I need to talk to Kasane more.
We will. Looks like Dr. Pope has no experience making sweets. I did well with cooking, so I want to try baking next. Okay, let's make it our goal to bake your birthday cake. I have to ask you to be a teacher, taste tester, and birthday boy that day. It's important to have goals. Let's take it one step at a time. I'm looking forward to genuine Kyoka cake. That makes me nervous. I'm going to the kitchen right now to practice. Kyoka cake, he says.
Thank you.
They say a power stone the same color as your eyes can act as a protective charm. Power stone.
This is nice.
I wanted to hear this song. I better relax my mind and let me have a deep sleep.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Such clarity. I feel like I can see the future. But crystal balls aren't just for fortune telling. Apparently crystals gather power just lying around. I wonder what kind of power it will be.
It's easy for me to just treat you like a child if I don't think about it. But you're a fully respected soldier. I need to be more careful.
I've gotten used to it already.
I'm trying to take care of you, but it's like you're the one taking care of me. Maybe that's how people support each other. Thank you.
Level 6. Yes. More duplication.
I feel like we have an understanding of each other you just can't put into words.
Yeah, like we have some sort of deep connection. Maybe this is what it means to be a family.
Good timing. Will you go to Kikuchiba with me?
Yeah, sure. Why Kikuchiba?
I thought we could go somewhere to talk, like when we went to Mizuhagawa. We won't need lunch. I just want to talk.
Oh, got it. No lunch, huh? I guess that was too much last time.
Fight me.
Let's go to the roof of that building. I want to talk somewhere I can see the sky.
Got it. There are a lot of others here. Like always.
It'll be easy for us if we work together. Let's go.
It's covered in oil. Burn it up. This is pretty rare. Looks like the enemy dropped something rare. I think there's something over there.
Yuito, we have the same power. Use it.
Hey, do you remember when we came here together before? A lot has happened since then.
Before? When was that?
You don't remember? You asked me if there was anyone I liked out of the blue. You know, when we went looking for Captain Seto's fountain pen. You said you were doing a background check.
Oh, that.
Back then, I had no idea that we'd get caught up in something that involved the whole world.
Not just us, but everyone around us, too. It's nothing we could have expected.
You're right.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. 2 large groups of others were confirmed near you. There are a lot of them. More than you usually see around there. It shouldn't be a problem for you two, but be careful.
So, how should we go about this?
Let's split up. We can work more efficiently that way.
All right. I'll go this way. I'll contact you when I've cleaned most of them up.
I'm counting on you.
Wataru wasn't joking. That sure is a lot. I hope Kasane is okay.
There's more of them than I thought. How are things with you, Yuito?
Kasane? What's going on? Wataru, what's the situation? Damn, I can't get through. Is the network down? I can't even use SAS. Calm down. It's all right. I can do this.
It's so quiet. I can't hear anyone. It's like I'm really alone. No, this is what normal really is. I was so used to always being connected to someone through SAS. If I lose my power and go back to being a dun, it will always be like this. It's strange, though. I'm not as scared as I thought I would be. I thought I would feel more lonely. Is it because I'm stronger?
Keep it up.
Probably not. I can feel it in my bones that Kasane is fighting somewhere. Even by herself. I know she won't give any ground. So I can't just die here.
Keep it up. I can still fight. Come on. Here we go! Come on! Yeah! It's over! Hit it! Yeah!
It's not hitting it. Bitch.
Here we go! Let's go! Hey! can hit it! Come on! Here we go!
This is pretty rare.
Leave it to me! Come on!
Damn. A major other? It might be too much for me. No, Kasane's on her way. I should weaken it as much as I can until then.
Damn! Here we go!
That attack worked. That must be a weak spot.
The hell I thought that.
Come on! This is bad. Come on! I can still fight.
Dodge that, for real, for real.
That attack worked. There must be a weak spot.
Here we go! Kasane! Is SAS still down? We almost got it. We can finish this if we attack together. Let's do this! Now! Oh, that was a close one.
It was? I wasn't really all that worried. I assumed you would act when you did.
I was nervous. I guess we can work together even without SAS.
I don't think I could have pulled it off with someone else. Thank you for getting the timing right.
It's nice to hear a compliment from you. You're always so harsh.
Am I? Well, whatever. Let's make our way to the top.
Are we not at the top already?
We can see the moon from here.
It's beautiful. So, what was it you wanted to talk about?
When the fighting is over, what do you plan to do?
I have a vague idea. It might be too grand, so you'll probably laugh.
I won't laugh, no matter what it is.
Thanks. I want to change the world.
Change the world?
Yeah. We've both seen a lot of bad things in this country. The world that we live in now is built on so much sadness and sacrifice.
That's true. Suo, Seiran, and Togetsu. There were people suffering everywhere.
So many people's lives were turned upside down because of the desire for the strongest power, or using powers to alter time. It's got to end. This world can't exist just for powers. I won't let what happened to Nagi happen to anyone else. That's the least I can do for him. That's why I want to change the world. To make it a place where people don't have to rely on powers for everything. I know it will take a long time, but I feel like as a dud, I'm the perfect person for it.
A dud, that's right. How's your head? They were saying you might lose your power.
No big change at the moment, but if it really comes down to it, I'm prepared to become one again.
You're pretty calm about it. The way you were talking, I thought you would be a little depressed.
I mean, it will be inconvenient, but you know what? I'm not the least bit afraid. I thought the same thing when the network went down. Like I was fighting back-to-back with you, even without SAS.
You thought the same thing?
I wonder if that's what it feels like to lose your power. We're not just connected by SAS. Even if we can't see each other's faces or hear each other's voices, the most important thing, our connection, doesn't go away. So I'll be all right.
That's good. When we first met, I honestly thought I wouldn't be able to count on you in a fight.
I kind of had a feeling you thought that.
But you're different now. I think you really can change the world.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'm relieved as well. I feel like I can leave this world to you.
Leave? What are you planning to do?
Well, I haven't decided on a clear goal yet, but I've sort of been thinking of something outside this world.
Like, outside of New Himuka? You mean the moon?
I've been thinking about it ever since I heard humanity came here from the moon. Outside this world is another world that I know nothing about, filled with people who are a mystery to me. They're suffering, just like the people here. They are attacked by others, and turning into them. Once I realized that, I couldn't ignore it. I thought maybe I could help somehow.
The moon. I thought I understood the first time I heard about it, but the scale is just too big. It doesn't seem real at all. I certainly never thought about saving the people that live there. You really are amazing.
I'm not amazing at all. I just don't want to regret neglecting the people I could have protected.
I always felt that you were the kind of person that would step up to protect people, even if you're alone. It's almost as if you're not afraid of anything. I looked up to you when I was a kid. I wanted to be just like you.
I think you're plenty like me, and you're giving me too much credit thinking I'm never afraid. As you said before, the most important connections never go away.
You mean Naomi?
Not just her. The memories of my mother, and the time I spent with all of you. The only reason I'm not as afraid as I should be is because I know they'll always be with me. I know that they'll always be here, inside my heart.
So, even if you're alone, you're never really alone? I kinda like that.
That's why I feel like I can go anywhere, even going beyond the sky. I know that sounds like a dream.
I think you can do it. No. I know you can.
Thank you.
So, it looks like you and I will be going our separate ways.
It won't just be us. I think everyone will find their own path and slowly drift farther apart.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said it didn't make me sad.
But even apart, we're still friends.
Yeah. Okay. We should probably get back to the hideout.
There's so much to do before and after a fight. We just have to take care of what's in front of us.
Though, listening to you made me excited for the future.
It won't be easy for either of us, so let's do our best. Both in our own places.
Absolutely. I promise I'll make a better future, no matter how long it takes.
You can take your time, but if you take too long, I'll bring peace to the moon and come back before you're done.
Oh, so it's a competition now. I know you hate to lose.
I don't like speculating, but if we meet again after everything is over, I'd like to have a long talk with you. I want to tell you things, and I want to hear what you have to say. Yeah, I want to talk to you more too. Don't take too long on the moon. I might be able to change this world faster than you think. That's the spirit. I promise I'll finish my job and come back before you're done, so be ready.
Okay.
This will be perfect for hydrating in the gym. Gym.
Nice.
Never got flowers before. I guess the theme is red. They're pretty. Pretty!
There's a lot that I wish hadn't happened, but I'm grateful I met you, Yuito.
Well, I am your Baki after all.
I did say that. I think of you now as a comrade. We'd understand each other even if we were far apart. At least I think we would.
Yuito, thank you for being a part of my life.
I want to thank you too. I'm the way I am now because I met you. I'm a little embarrassed I just said that.
This is... Thanks.
Good timing. I was just thinking I wanted something like this. I want to put up a good picture of Naomi. I have to choose one. Is it that thing right there? Small picture. So, I think that's everybody, yeah? Well, I guess this entire session was just a, it was a bonding playthrough. Bonding session.